Just stop and take a little time out with me. Just take 5.
Champions. What now?
I told y'all.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I thought you told us about Auburn in the
I did
Titans.
that too.
Anywho, got a lot to throw regarding the NCAA. Obviously, we have our champions in both the men's and women's basketball tournaments. So the University of South Carolina, they take down Caitlin Clark in Iowa, 87-75. Let me just add in there that their TV ratings were better than the men's tournament, and they're better than some NBA games, like, on TNT, what have you. So, shout out to the women's game. This marks Dawn Staley's third championship as a head coach, right? Putting her in rarefied air among her peers. We're going to talk a little bit about Dawn Staley later. I got some questions about her. But some reactions to this game. What'd you see out there? What'd you like? What'd you dislike? Talking about women's basketball.
What's her name? Definitely got her get back for getting waved off because she was locking. I mean, Caitlin Clark had like 30, but she was locked up.
She was slowed down. Yeah,
You're
she
right.
definitely slowed her down.
She got strapped. By her personally, that was a strap. Like, it was.
She played well. Yeah, she played pretty good defense on her for the most part. I feel like. Yeah, she wasn't comfortable at all.
Now after the first quarter, I was texting you in the first quarter. Like, I didn't think that was going to continue. Like, she made two tough threes, which, like, she makes tough threes, but, like, she also got fouled 2 times on jump shots. Like, that's not happening all game. So I didn't think that was going to continue. And I thought South Carolina was going to roll from there, even after they were down, just because the size advantage was major. Like, Cardoso didn't even play that well, in my opinion. Like, she smoked a lot of layups and stuff, but, like, she still was dominant and with not her best effort, I would say.
Yeah.
And then those other girls like Britt and Ashlyn Watkins, just like all dogs on the glass. So it was too much for Iowa.
Yeah, I felt like South Carolina played pretty well on Caitlin. I felt like Caitlin definitely got like the passes off that she wanted and gave her teammates some looks, but they just weren't good enough. But I felt like South Carolina played a lot better as a team. Definitely a lot better on the boards. But yeah, I think it definitely came down to just Cardoso on the boards, just eating them up.
Yeah, I disagree with Julian in the fact that, I mean, he said she had a good. I don't know what you said.
I said she was dominant without her best effort. She was still dominant, but it wasn't her best effort. Like, she traveled. She got called for like 3 travels in the first half. Got blocked by Stokey. Like, she wasn't scoring in the post on Stokey really. Like, she ate offensive glass only, and she usually is a beast in the post. Like,
she's a top draft pick, so obviously we've seen her play better games. But like, when we talk about do or die, win or go home, she played a great game, an excellent game. I have here, so obviously Julian also touched on South Carolina being the bigger team. They executed better, in my opinion. And they shot better from the field, shot better from 3, had more assists, more blocks, of course. The rebounding discrepancy was 51-29.
Jeez.
All right. So they had 18 offensive rebounds that game. You're not gonna win that game in that way. Iowa did their damage early. They actually went up. They went up 11 in this game. This notion that Caitlin Clark got locked. Make sure you say in a half of basketball.
3 quarters.
This is no.
It's 5 of 20.
Make sure that excuse me. Make sure you say
5
in a
of
half
20. What are we going to consider
It
getting
was
locked?
definitely more
Dude.
than a half.
If you're talking about locked from a scoring perspective, that's fair. But she was definitely getting the looks for her teammates and at times look for herself. But the shots didn't fall. Like that's cool. What are you?
Why are we moving the goalposts for her? Because if someone else, let's take it to NBA. If someone else played a 5 of 20 3-quarter game of basketball, we would say they got locked up, right? Or would they stunk it up?
It's just wild that I can't finish. Can I finish?
Yeah, go
Finish,
ahead.
Morgan.
Can I finish? Like, I purposefully let y'all speak so I can get into it.
All right, go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I let y'all speak so I can get into it. Anywho, this is a national championship game that we're talking about here. I say make sure you say in the half of basketball. All right. Will you put up 18 points in a quarter? The most in a national basketball championship quarter? I struggle personally to hear about any type of loss. You got dropped off at that point. Okay. That's just my opinion. Now, she finished with 38 and 5, 10 of 28 shooting. In my eyes, this is what I saw. You know, I know y'all saw something different. As the game went on, especially middle of the third, you know, the difference in the squad showed. We got 3 girls on Iowa playing 40 minutes. They got no type of breathers unless it was a timeout. South Carolina played 9 girls. Iowa played 6. All right. I saw a lot of fatigue out there. We're talking about a jump shooting team. Jump shots didn't go. Caitlin Clark, in my eyes, she's a turnover player. She has the ball in her hands the entire time. Raven Johnson has some nice steals on her, and she did an excellent job with her in the second half. This thing about locks, though, I can't sit here and say that she locked her up. No, I definitely can't say that. Shots just didn't fall.
She played well on her, though.
I mean, you said it yourself.
I said that.
Yeah.
But after one quarter, she had 18. And then I would love to see where her field goal percentage was after that.
Bro,
she was 10 of 28.
I'm going to pull up that. They broke it down right after the game. What day was that?
This was Sunday. Maybe.
Do I have this picture?
Yeah, it was Sunday. Yeah.
7th.
Yeah, it definitely was Sunday.
I sent it in the group chat. Sunday, okay. Oh, no, this is just Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson on Caitlin Clark was 7 points, 3 of 11 shootings. That's 27%, and she stole the ball 4 times from her. So I don't understand. Like, I don't get what we need. Like, what did she need to do to say that she locked her up? Like, what did she
play all 4 quarters? In my opinion,
bro, it wasn't number one. Those points obviously weren't on her because she got 7 and Caitlin had 18 in the first quarter, right? So those points obviously weren't on her. Correct? Like, that would just make sense. And I told you she got fouled 2 times on jump shot. Like, that was a fluky quarter. Like, she's great, obviously, but like, you're not getting fouled 2 times on 3-point jump shots in a quarter. That never happens. That does not happen.
What? It doesn't?
No, that does not happen.
When you're launching threes from space,
bro,
that doesn't happen.
Why are y'all acting like that's normal? Like,
we can stop
like that's normal. Like, that's not normal.
Yeah, that is normal. Like, you're good until that point.
But Caitlin isn't normal.
That's not normal.
Gets fouled like twice a quarter on jump shots.
Yeah, people don't get fouled 2 times on 3-point jump shots in a quarter. That does not happen. It doesn't.
Okay.
You're a basketball fan. Like, I don't get why you're.
And I've seen that multiple times. Like, we're talking about a girl that she probably shot like 13 threes.
It's an anomaly. I'm saying to get fouled 2 times, even on a jump shot in a quarter, that's an anomaly. Much less 2 3-point jump shots. That's like probably 1 in 100 times. 1 in probably more than 100.
Yeah, probably more than that.
Yeah, I don't understand why you're acting.
Keep going.
I mean, I think he's done after that, but I don't.
Yeah, I am done after that. I just read you the stats, and y'all saying she didn't lock her up, so she can't get locked up. Then that's
right. That wasn't your initial statement. You said she was locked up the entire game, and then you changed.
I said she was locked up 3 quarters. That's not true. I said she got locked up the 2nd through the 4th.
I mean, yeah, you just said that earlier. But
she shot. I'm pretty sure it was 5 of 20 after that, and she got the ball took from her 4 times by one girl.
Okay,
I don't understand what you need to do to lock someone up.
Well,
That's not locking you up.
We were watching the game, right? We were watching Caitlyn get her teammates open, and they weren't making it, right? That's true.
Like I told Morgan after the game, blaming the teammates is lame. That's just lame to me in a cop out. If you shoot 5 of 20, if you yourself shoot 5 of 20 and get the ball taken from you 4 times, blaming the teammates for the loss is weird to me. Like that's very odd.
Listen,
Bro,
I never took it there. And no, I don't know what that's Ian talking. But for me, are we gonna sit here and say that Caitlin Clark didn't get looks that she wanted in that second half?
She definitely did.
Okay, those types of looks don't go. I go to fatigue. This is a girl that's played 40 minutes in multiple rounds.
Energy. I want you to keep the same energy because
it's a girl that's played 40 minutes.
Listen,
the entire game in multiple rounds. Against listen to me. Multiple games, 40 minutes, multiple rounds of basketball. She has the ball in her hands all night, and she is a jump shooter. This is the type of thing that happens. Like I can't sit here and say that she didn't get the looks that she desired just because that girl was on her.
She stole
the ball. But I don't believe that take. No, I don't.
You know what's funny? Because we've had this exact conversation in the opposite way though. Because I remember Kawhi choked in Game 7, right?
I knew it was going to be Kawhi.
He choked in Game 7 versus
a professional.
Listen, versus don't move the goalpost. Don't do that. We're talking
about Kawhi. Caitlin Clark's Kawhi?
Basketball is basketball.
Is he serious right now?
What do you mean? Am I serious right now? Kawhi,
Morgan, basketball is basketball.
Yeah, nobody's comparing the two as players. Like
really. I told you Kawhi in Game 7. You said that Kawhi choked, right? Right? Is that? I'm asking. Let's break it down, Morgan. Look up. Don't switch up now. Did Kawhi choke in Game 7? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Did Kawhi get the shots that he usually makes in Game 7? Did he get good looks and they didn't go? Which is what you just said about Caitlyn, right?
Did I say he got locked?
What? Yeah. So she choked then.
Yeah, that's a fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, okay, she choked.
Yes,
I haven't heard that until I haven't heard that. Caitlyn, wait. I don't think that she choked. I haven't heard that Caitlin Clark got choked until now. This is the first time that I've heard, like literally, sports media, newspapers, online. I have not heard that Caitlin choked until now. Y'all the first to say that. Okay, y'all say that. Headline: Morgan and Ian take VPod. Caitlin Clark choked versus South Carolina.
Julian, did we not say she got open shots and she just missed them? Did we not say that? We say that 100 times.
I don't think that. I'm not going to say that.
She didn't get open shots.
That's choking.
Caitlin Clark didn't get open threes.
Not when what's her name was guarding her.
What are we talking
she got
about?
Like a few looks. She got a few good looks.
She could barely dribble up the court without getting the ball taken.
That's awful. That's just awful.
If you get the ball taken 4 times, that's a lot. But I'm just saying she couldn't dribble up the court is not true.
She had the ball.
She did get the ball taken from her a lot of times. That's also true.
She would sit there with her back turned to the defender, doing her little LeBron thing, and she would just get poked.
I mean,
is that a lot?
This is weird. Like you can say she got locked, but me and Morgan, like I feel like she was just fatigued and she choked.
I don't think she got all of the shots that she typically gets. That's not true.
Okay, but
they defended her very well. And it's 2 games in a row though. Like the girl from UConn defended her very well too.
Yeah.
Very well.
She did.
She had 20 points or something like that. I guess.
Yeah, she did. No.
I didn't think she led her team in scoring.
Johnson didn't do a good job. I'm just saying this notion of locked, this notion of clamps.
You're saying that nobody. You're saying that nobody can lock her, basically.
No, not in the college sport. No, I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I
that's just weird. That's crazy.
I thought the girl. I thought Nika. But I thought the girl Nika on UConn did very well, 1-on-1. Like that was. I
don't disagree. That's all you can do. You can just put a hand up and pray. That's all. That's all you can do.
I guess and some players can't get locked in. It's your point, but that's the difference in what we're saying. Like if you're going there, then that's fine. But we're not saying that.
You don't agree in that?
No.
That's a weird statement. I don't agree with that either.
So Kobe and Mike, they can get locked.
No, don't do that.
What are we talking about?
Okay, how about this? Can Kawhi get locked?
Yes.
Still don't do that. But
You just
I'm
compare.
saying,
So we only compare
No,
when it
bro.
benefits us, I guess.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
no.
basketball is
I compared.
basketball.
Kawhi got locked.
Yeah,
Like,
Wait,
What?
I
any
asked you.
basketball player can get locked. I don't understand.
I mean,
No
players
one-
can get locked on possessions, of course, but Caitlin Clark is a little different than some of the players that you just listed out because of the way that she plays the game. Like Caitlin Clark firebombs threes, like she shoots a lot of deep threes, yes, and she also can only drive to her right. Like she has no drive to her left game. She has to pull up to her left, and she can't pull up to her right. So like there is a way to slow her, and we saw it in the last 2 games. They slowed her. They did.
Yeah, that's not locking. Like they're different
I
things slowing
guess
down
I'm
and
saying
locking.
that's where we're going to disagree.
Because
That's where
in
we're
my
disagreeing.
opinion, when you are the best of the best, it doesn't matter what level, it doesn't matter men or women that we're talking about. You just have to do the best you can. You have to slow them. There's no such thing as locks, in my opinion.
KD got
Because
locked up.
so listen to me for a second. Just listen to me for a second. Because we've seen in multiple instances, we can pull up game tape from any game. We can pull up game tape for her scoring 40 with the same contest that she saw in the national championship game. Yes, you can. And some of those shots went in. We're talking about a girl that makes fadeaway threes, Julian, from the hash. So it's just
She's
like
great.
put a hand up and pray. That's all you can do.
This
It's
is a
no
new level of
that-
athleticism that she's playing against in South Carolina.
She
It was
did-
not the same. There's a stark drop off. We saw, just take from the Elite Eight to Final Four. We saw the difference in shots that she was getting versus Haley Van Lith. Then when she went to go play Nika at UConn, it was 2 completely different things that we were watching. When she played versus Haley Van Lith, they were going under on screens. She was stepping back, no hand in her face. She's playing versus South Carolina. The hand is in her face, like literally in her face. I face guarded.
Were they
Did
not
she ever
moving
have
her?
a hand in her face during LSU?
Very rarely.
Very
Go
rarely.
look back at the tape, bro.
Very rarely.
Like, of course,
Bro, it would be like a hand up,
Yeah,
but
they're
it's not really a hand up.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
What?
Morgan, are you comparing the defense that was played in
No,
the last
I am
2
not.
games to the defense
I
that
am
was played
simply
in LSU?
saying
They played
she
terrible.
got looks that she desired, and the ball did not go into the cup. Raven Johnson did a very good job. She did. But this notion of locks, I do not believe. I'm sorry, I can't take it that far. I simply cannot. And that's where we're just gonna have to disagree.
So
Do we have any other points?
when we clip it, I just want to make sure that we clip the fact that y'all said that she choked, because that's truly the first time I've heard that. Okay.
But we've mentioned it. We've mentioned and we like inferred it multiple times. Like we said that.
Oh, you doubled down.
I didn't know that.
But wait, Julian. But before you try and boil it down to a choke, you know what I'm saying? Have we seen Caitlin Clark play better? Absolutely. But we can't take anything away from the South Carolina team and what they did, though, because that's what I started my argument with. They were the bigger and better team. It played more efficiently. They executed better when it came down to it, and they out-rebounded them tremendously. And, that was the difference in the game. We could talk about Caitlin Clark for, minutes upon minutes, but that's why the game was won. Like, let's make sure that's the bottom line.
I agree with you, but I agree with you on both ends. I don't want to take away what they did on the defensive end as well. I don't think that it's just Caitlin Clark didn't play well. They limited her greatly.
We said that. We said they played
good
well.
job. Like, I don't know how else to say that without the only thing I'm refuting is this notion of locks, clamps, ball and chain. You know what I'm saying? White and black stripes over her to where she couldn't move or do anything on the. That's not what happened.
That's obviously a stretch, but I don't know. Obviously, I would say a lot of great players when they have poor games, we say they got locked up. So KD, Ian especially when KD played versus the Celtics when he was on the Nets, Ian was saying that he got locked up. That's a quote. That's a quote.
KD. I'm confused. When did he get locked up? When did they even
he
play?
Played versus the Celtics.
When
he played versus the Celtics and Kyrie was there on the Nets. It was them two, right?
That is totally different. He never scored almost 40 points. Like, we remember that series.
That's not true, but
That is
okay.
true.
You can
Did you
move on.
say? Did you
After
say
like
in the playoffs that Trae Young got locked up for 4 games straight?
Yeah, for sure. It's all relative.
Bro,
No, it definitely is all
The
relative.
goalpost always moves. That's what I'm saying.
It immediately moves.
Trae Young
Yeah.
had 18 turnovers. He had more turnovers than he had made shots. That is locks.
That's in a full
called locks.
series.
Oh, here we go.
Series. But it's a move on.